Vanakkam sir. என் பேர் ஜெயதேஷ். Very nice to meet you. So can you introduce yourself sir? நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்க?
Okay, see, I'm representing a company called Navyug Ventures Private Limited.
Okay.
So we are focusing on to startups which are in the early stage.
Okay.
So when they are in the concept stage, we try to help them. So we don't just bring the money to the table. We also help them in mentoring and also equipping them in the connects and also business ideas.
Okay, great. So startups வந்து நிறைய வகைகளில் உங்ககிட்ட வரும் சார். I'm sure you've seen all types of them. What would be your best or rather your favorite industry or startups in which you've seen the most success or rather you just like it?
See, like initially we started with entering into an EV as a segment. So once we enter into a segment, we just don't enter into one particular aspect of it. We try to get into entire 360 degree of that industry. So we are invested into an EV manufacturing entities. We invested into EV motors. We invested into EV batteries. We invested into finance of EVs. So it happens, what happens is, it happens as one supporting the other industry. So once we have an entire ecosystem created, then that supports the entire business altogether, not only for the startups and also for the other things.
Okay.
So after entering into EV, we also enter into drone technologies. So where we are invested into one as a software.
Okay.
Because in drones, like normal tendencies, people import CKDs. SKDs from China and other things.
Okay.
Whereas
SKDs.
the SKDs are semi-knockdown devices.
Okay, okay.
So, but what is important is like what is the software which can drive that drones.
Okay.
So we are invested into one startup in the name of PDRL. So we can proudly say that this PDRL is the only organization in India which has developed a complete operating system for our drones, which so many drone companies are using it.
Okay.
And it is actually helping the people, right? Not only on agricultural, construction, defense, across all the territories.
Wow.
So some of the things like what we really look into it is, we look into one kind of an entrepreneurship and how strong that entrepreneur stay invested into that business.
Okay.
And how long he is very keen onto it and growing it.
Okay.
So we first look into those things and we also start diverting our investments into other angles.
Okay, so if let's say I'm an entrepreneur, how would you judge me? What would be the first, like top 3 things when you look at me? What are the top 3 qualities that you would look for?
The first thing what we look into is whether it's an idea is an original and how much close you are to that idea. Okay. What is the business knowledge in that business what you're talking about? So we don't mind like whether you lack an finance knowledge or you lack an operation knowledge, but a core knowledge of what business you are starting, that is more important to us. And second thing, we try to understand like how close it is to you.
How
so
invested I am
how
in it.
invested you are into it, and how far you want to stay invested into it.
Okay.
So based on the things we decide first as an entrepreneur, as a guy. So if the entrepreneur is very strong to his things, then we start showing interest into the product.
Okay, got it. Well, that's really good, sir. I'm so appreciative. We got a lot of feedback from this, and I think the viewers would also really enjoy listening to this. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.